That ends really quick, doesn't it?
Do you know, I love that wee tune. One of these days you've got to catch me bottom along like that.
Yeah, but it's not like the Frighteners one, is it? The Frighteners one I thought was
Do
better.
you know, I really freaking miss that tune. I hate that 30-second timer. Even though I like the wee tune that goes by it, Snows catches frighteners. And see, sometimes I find myself going back and listening to it.
I'll have to do another one for you.
Oh, please
Got some
do.
people in
I
the
miss that wee
chat.
tune.
Hi, Irene.
Hi, Irene.
William. Hello, my
Hey,
brother.
William.
Mother.
Hey, Eric.
Ooh. No, we're having a girls one tonight, Eric.
Sorry. It's because they missed me last night. That's what it was.
We're doing a girls only. We're doing it for the ladies of the paranormal.
Yeah, I'm taking over for Dan. Hey, Natty.
You're so much better looking than him.
I'm a big sexy bastard.
Hello, Chantal.
Chantal. There's no way I'm going to get that.
Are you going to sing?
Cue for... No. Hi, Ria. I think sometimes, like, the way that Dan sings to Chantal, he's actually grabbing his balls somehow to get that. Oh!
He's so rude to her as well, poor woman. Poor woman.
In fact, let's all boo the bastard.
Hi, Terry Two Willies.
Hi, Terry Two Willies.
Hope you're well. Hope Christine's well too.
So tonight we're just going down rabbit holes.
Do you know what? Today, because I've been off work for a few days, I was watching on network that 28 Days Later on Netflix.
Oh, actually, do you know? Hey, Rob. I know. I'm a big sexy man.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Do you know, I actually watched that and I didn't think that I would actually like it because, as everybody knows, I'm not a fan of ghost shows. So, when everybody was going on about 28 Days Haunted, I actually gave it a watch and I quite like Shane Pittman. I actually really like him. I liked what he did, but I was more interested in the one that they done, the Lawson family. The one
nice.
that
look at him. Oh,
I know. Lucky for Samuel, Terry.
I know.
I was quite interested in the Lawson side of things because obviously that for me touches on the crime show. So it was a really interesting one. So what did you think about it? What was your thoughts on it?
Firstly, it goes on the Warrens' theory of it takes 28 days for things to really come to the fore. They were proved to be frauds anyway. Maybe with good intentions, I don't know. But basically, it's just mocking people that live in haunted locations that have things that pop off in their homes all the time. So this 28 Days Later, what a load of fucking shit. Really? Are we that stupid and naive that we're going to take that in? Really?
I think what you're saying about the Warrens, I think that's how some folk generally start acting in the paranormal. Now, there's the Warren wannabes, as I call them, right? Probably start off the same way, good intentions, and then head gets big, head gets bigger, head gets biggest, and then they think of Queen Bee, and that's what I find. It's like you come in with the good intentions, but keep humble, be kind.
Do you know what really annoyed me about it, right? So, God love them, and I don't mean to sound horrible, but only in America would you go in somebody's house and find that they've got coffins in, or a shop upstairs, they've got these coffins in there. So they're playing on what happened in the past anyway. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no.
I thought, well, that's strategically placed. Things don't happen like that on camera anyway. Um, you could be in there, like hauntings don't happen like that on cue because you got a camera on it. You know,
Mhm.
um, it just, I'm watching this and I'm thinking it's more shit coming out of the States for TV to make a fast buck. And if they can do that, well, good luck to them. But it's fooling the paranormal community. It really is. I just wish that we could have got a parapsychologist on to talk about that sort of thing. Somebody that knows what, you know who I'm talking. He's coming on to your show soon, isn't it? So
Oh yes, the 4th of August. Yes, Mr. Cooper.
give him that
I've
question.
got the pleasure. I've got the pleasure of Mr. Cooper on the 4th of August. But no, yeah, I know what you're saying. I I just, as you say, hi Nigel. As you say, they wish that there was me. That's why I'm not getting. I'm not answering that, Terry.
You got Christine to sort you out there.
Were they trying to say?
No, they were saying like it's a cycle of events that they're watching the investigators. Maybe the first 3 days, a little of interaction, then it gets a little bit naughty, and then it sort of progresses within the 28 days. It's
I don't
I'm
want
not
stuff like.
no, I'm not convinced. I mean, I did see one guy. He had this machine that he's doing the handle. He's going like this, and the sparks are going between two prods. What's that? I want one of them.
Oh, I wondered if that was Aaron. Was that Aaron? I think it was Aaron that was doing that.
It's just doing this.
Aye,
Yeah, I was like, I
I'm,
want one of
I'm
them.
sure that's who was doing that. But yeah, no, it would be better. See, for people like to watch. See, instead of watching ghost shows, fuck ghost shows, right? I don't care if they put paranormal on the map, right? See, if you go onto Facebook and go into like some teams pages, like Spig. I'll use Spig. They came first to my head, right?
Yeah.
Go in and watch Spig, right? What Spig does is they'll go out, they'll investigate, collect all their evidence. Now they're a credible team, so, and I've been out with them, and they collect all their evidence,
Hi, Bill.
and then hi Bill, and what they'll do is they'll obviously go over it, and then just stick to the positive wires together. You'll get you'll get boom, just like your REM pod, Eric. I was kidding on
We'll
Eric
get
the day,
we'll get Eric to build us one.
but so what Spig does, go out and investigate. What they'll do is maybe the night after, the night after, just whenever the guys can, they'll go through their evidence, but they'll actually do it on the live. So what they'll say is what they call it is the paranormal hangover. Now everybody gets paranormal hangovers, even including moi. So what they'll do is they'll actually play their evidence on a live and
Here
let
he
people
is.
boo, or boo the bastard. Love
Well,
you.
he's not well, bless him. Get well soon, Dan.
Get well. I hope that needle out my voodoo. Dan, don't celebrate him coming in.
She's got a
So,
voodoo doll on you, Dan, with all the needles in your back. You didn't
yep.
know that?
Mm. Every time you tell everybody I've got crabs, I'm hitting it. Hi there. There's that Dan woman. But I think that everybody should follow that suit. Like, it is a good way of doing it. Go investigate, have the live, let people listen, because Viv, who's a gingerbread?
Stop it, Dan.
Fuck you, asshole. Hi, look. I can't do it. Exactly. They're no trained monkeys. I mean, you think about it, right? Somebody comes in and investigates it, a place, right? And then another 4 or 5 teams in that week. You feel like a circus. You're just like, fuck off.
But the thing is though, on these more serious cases, and Terry will be one to tell you,
Mhm.
but you go in with intrepidation, you meet the family, interview the family, get to know the family. First and foremost, what are they like as people? Forget the ghosts, forget what's in the house, forget the property. It's about the people. First and foremost, their safety, their state of mind, their well-being comes first. Okay, the spirit and everything is secondary. As an investigator, I go in there to prove that they don't exist. Yes, I'm a believer. I've seen some really freaky deaky shit during my time, I can tell you. I even live in a haunted house. But I'm telling you now, the first thing is their safety, their state of mind, and the people themselves. And that's what a lot of paranormal investigators are getting wrong. They go in to look for ghosts. They want to see something. They want to find something in their house. It should always be the other way around. You don't want to find it. You want to prove to yourself there is nothing there. You should be considering the people, the living, first and foremost, and that's where I think that a lot of the paranormal investigators of today are going wrong.
Mm.
Do you know what I
And
mean?
they're probably doing more damage than good because you don't know, obviously, the effect it's having in people. Oh, hello, Kelly. Have you ever thought of going to
Okay.
Dudley? Never, Kelly. Never. Um, but that's the problem. You get people that don't have a clue what they're doing to be
People are
more scared
scared of
of
the
you.
people. Sometimes not. I'm only the only one person. There's one person that I was scared of, and I'm not scared of anymore. Is my mother. Honestly, my
Yeah.
mother. She's a terrible woman. No, she's all right. She's all right, really.
No. If she's anything like you, she'll be a darling. Hiya, Cliff.
Oh, my mum was. She was a bitch. Honestly, she used to give you a slap if you were naughty. She'd fight any man. Seriously, she'd give him a right good old punch up, my mum. Anyway, I'm not painting a pretty picture of her, but she's all right, really. If you're watching, hi,
Hi, Kathleen.
Kathleen. Thank God she don't watch the show. She don't watch the show.
but
They good.
but yeah, that was going to be my next comment. High EMF chemicals and other things. Yep, definitely. And I always, do you know what? The first time I ever went with, always taught me logic. Always taught me be logical when you're doing investigations.
Mm.
Like what we used to do, I can always remember was we'd go in and we'd check obviously the temperature of the room first, so we could compare to see if there was any drops, and then see where all the electrical wires were, so that obviously if there was any interference with the K2
But
meter.
the thing is, though, right? So, going back to Eric's comment of high EMF, if the house has got high EMF and it's the wiring and all that sort of thing, some families can't just tear all the walls down and rewire everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, because there is high EMFs, doesn't necessarily mean that that's causing the hallucinations and all that sort of thing. It can do in certain cases, but not always.
No.
And again, people don't understand that you have two forms of EMF. You have natural EMF and man-made EMF. So, do they even know how to distinguish between the two? There's also EMFs that could come from the neighbouring property that come into the house. How are you going to just see what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
it's a question of, yeah, it's so easy to say check on EMF, but then I think we need to be understanding more about EMF. What is it? Where is it? What does it mean? What does it
Mm-hmm.
do? How can it affect us? Can it also affect us in other ways? There was one case. where people were being poisoned by carbon monoxide. They were slowly,
Oh my
slowly
god.
being poisoned in their house. Now, that was really dangerous. And it was only a last-ditch effort. One of the team members said, have you had your boiler checked? Because it started affecting us.
Oh,
It was just so crazy. And then he had one of these uh, carbon monoxide thingies in. He happened to have one in his car because he was going to fit it at his house, but didn't fit it. And he brought it into the house, and it started going off. And of course, he shit us up. Right, everybody out! Everybody out! Everybody out! Now, come on, out, 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 out! It's like what? And it's got nothing to do with the ghosts. It was literally the
carbon
boiler was,
monoxide.
yeah, the boiler was leaking. It hadn't, and it transpired they hadn't had anyone to look at it or service it for like 5 or 6 years, and it was on the way
Oh,
out,
shit,
and it
pad.
was awful. But yeah, so he called the gas company. They came and made it safe and everything, turned the gas off, and through the council, because he got involved, it was they had the whole thing replaced. And after about 4 or 5 months, let's say, everything, like all the things that were happening in the house, stopped. And it was all due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Again, you would never have thought that carbon monoxide would do something like that to a family, but it was slowly poisoning them and killing them.
Oh
Just
my god.
crazy.
That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh no. Yes, yeah. But yeah, the duty of care is obviously with the people, and I think sometimes that's overlooked again because obviously, the- like the person could be suffering from mental health illness, and if you're going in and because you used to, there used to be one couple that used to phone ghost people that I know, like investigators, and say that they would have stuff in the house, and it turned out they'd never. It was just they wanted the company,
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, and I'm the fidget.
you two boys are terrible.
Yeah, the house I'm moving. That's true. It's true. Are you cabinet?
Yeah, it's true. It can kill you.
Yeah. Oh God, aye. But look at they two recently that they found. Was it a mother and daughter? They found. Were they running a
Yeah,
burger
good
van
point,
or
Dan.
something?
Good point, Danny.
Um, our hallucinations false are they looking into runs pillow towers? I never even thought of that, Dan, to be honest.
Do you know, I'll never forget, oh, this happened to me. I used to suffer quite badly with insomnia. And I think it was at the point I went 72 hours, 3 days with no sleep. And I was driving into work, like, I suppose this has happened to everyone, where you're driving, you're doing a journey, and you don't know how you get from A to B before you arrive at C at your destination.
Ah,
The
right.
journey from A to B, you just don't know. You
Yep.
you just suddenly realise you're halfway to C. How the fuck did I get here? And you're driving the vehicle. I remember this quite distinctly. I'm driving along down the backcountry routes, and I had to do an emergency stop to allow. I feel so stupid saying this. There was this. It looked like it was like a miniature elephant or something that walked across the road, that came out of the bushes. It just walked across, stepped right in front of my car, slammed on the brakes. What the fuck? I'm stopping there, looking at this thing
Well,
crossing the road, and then another one across. Four of them crossed the road, all one after the other, and I waited there a good 5 minutes, make sure that the coast was clear before I would continue on my journey. Anyway, I got to work. I was bloody shaking. And they said, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what if I told you what." And I said, "What? Tell me." And I said, "I just see these four like looking like baby elephants crossing the road. And there's something wrong with you. Get to the hospital now." Anyway, I went there and they referred me to the sleep clinic and apparently these kind of hallucinations are very common with people that suffer with insomnia. And then I think it was
Oh
about
wow.
18, it took 18 months to get me into some sort of proper sleep pattern. And since then, I've gone the other way. I sleep too much now. So,
I wish I had that problem. No, I think the scariest hallucination I've ever had was when I was with an ex and we were having an argument and he was driving and I could have sworn the car was coming towards me and I let out a screech and that actually made him slam on the brakes.
yeah.
And, and when I blinked, the car was on the other side of me. It just shows you how hallucinations can
Yeah.
happen.
But what
And
are they? Why do we have them? What do they actually mean? Where do they come from? Like Dan's started something now. I'm going down this rabbit hole.
I'll jump it with you.
They weren't they? They were grey, really cute looking though.
That happens after a good night at the pub, don't
Yeah, to get home. Yeah.
I do know that.
Shrooms, Bryony shrooms.
Uh,
He's done
that's
a
what I've
shroom.
been like lately. It's bad enough I'm sleepy up here. Can I have to do it?
Sleep apnea is when you stop breathing, isn't it? And it,
Yeah,
yeah, that's quite
my
bad.
friend's got that. She's got to wear a mask and that thing happened to me. I think the
Yeah,
worst ever one that I did was, and Stephen was so mad at me, was I worked out
yeah,
the way I
yeah,
worked.
right.
I can imagine. Hiya, Paul.
I Paul.
Um, was a shift that I'd done, and the way that the shift felt, I'd done like a done an all day into a wait and sleepover into an early, and honestly, I can't remember that weekend. I was that.
No, what you like?
No, what it was. It's because I can't say no, and obviously, I really, and I just thought, oh, I could go for it, and I went for it. And Stephen says, Louise, if you ever do a shift like that again, he says I'm going to batter you
Yeah,
because I was that out it, and it was like I lost 3 days,
yeah.
and I can't even remember.
Do you think, Lo, is a question. You know, these people that have this, they say that they're abducted and they got these days missing, and then they fill the gaps with, oh, I was probed by an alien and I was this, that, and the other. Do you think it's part of this hallucination thing? Because our brains are so complex when you think
I,
about it.
I've been reading a lot about this recently because one of these cases was on the unsolved mysteries. I've been sitting watching unsolved mysteries,
Yeah.
and I'm quite fascinated with. And there was a story of a soldier who was going to get picked up at a certain area, and he obviously seen a shining light, and the next thing you know, he phoned to say that he was obviously sent help, and they told him that they had sent a vehicle an hour ago to get him, and he was like, "I've been here, no one's came," and they grilled him and grilled him and grilled him, and
Mm.
apparently it was that he came over a book. I need to get the name of that book. That he read, and he read about other cases of missing time. I think it is a possible thing. I mean, how many is I've lost time and been like, where the hell is I went to?
Yeah. I mean, that journey, when I've done journeys and I don't know how I got to this point, like, and I've driven a car, I've gone over roundabouts, crossings, there have been pedestrianised places, and I don't know how I arrived here is actually quite scary because think about it, your car is a weapon.
Hmm.
Okay, your car is a weapon. You could use that not to kill other people, to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Did was I driving okay? hope I didn't hurt anyone. You know, anything could have happened. I don't know what happened because I don't remember that journey. I remember the start of the journey, but I just don't remember that middle bit. And your brain is like, well, where did I go? What was I thinking? It it's just like missing time, and it is quite worrying. I know I've done that journey. I'm still sitting in the car, and I'm still at this certain point in my journey, and I'm going to get to
Uh-huh.
work. But the dangerous part is mentally, where the fuck was I?
That's an
That's
interesting
the
one.
worrying bit. Not
That
like where did I go? It's I could have done anything to somebody else like that in my car. You know, I could have killed someone. I could have done anything. I wouldn't have known because I weren't there.
is it is quite a fascinating subject to missing time because there's been quite a lot of cases where people have reported missing time and no having a clue at what they've what they've
Mm.
done. And it's one of those ones, but then again, if you ever want to go,
With your wellies on, I hope.
I hope so. I hope that's night terrors. Night terrors are the worst. Um,
Oh. Yeah, but I had no trauma. I was just, I don't know what I was doing.
it was Bud Hopkins. He read a Bud
Bob
Hopkins
Hopkins.
book, Missing Time.
Mm.
And that's who he got in contact with was Bud Hopkins because the guy, as far as I remember,
Hello.
was on holiday. Hey, Cal, and he was on holiday and he wanted something to read, and he found Bud Hopkins' book, and he obviously, when he read the book, he discovered that was a lot of what he had experienced.
Mm.
But then, can you imagine sitting down telling the armed services the way he looked?
Oh, bless her.
In your mind, trying to cope with it causes you to produce, which causes.
But again, as I bring it back to Dan's point, what actually is a hallucination? What is it? What is it? And why do we have certain things that appear in our hallucinations? You know, if we're not taking any form of chemical and we're still having hallucinations, is it our
But
subconscious that puts the thing there? What is it? Why are we seeing it? And
but
why do they come at certain points? Why can't we control the hallucination?
well, remember, there's 5 types of hallucination that people can have. There's auditory, there's general, there's tactile, there's visual. I've suffered quite a lot of visuals,
Hmm.
and it's like sometimes hallucinate. I'm not saying that they're good things, but maybe they could come as a warning. They could be warning you of something.
Do you think all ghosts could be hallucinations?
Could be.
And if we those that have been lucky enough to get a full bodied apparition caught on film or on stills
Mm-hmm.
camera, are they our own hallucinations being projected and caught on film? Not the ones
Could
that
be.
fake it, the real one. You know, the ones. Are they a projection of our own minds?
Could
Do you
be.
see what I mean?
Because
Just
because if you think about it, we all don't know what's in our
what it is.
our subconscious is. We don't know what's in our deep, because when I talk about when things like this, I always think of Freud's iceberg, where you've got the conscious and the self-conscious, obviously the deep conscious. So you don't know what's in your mind. It might not be in your mind, it might be deep down and you don't realise it. So yeah, it could be a projection of what you're seeing.
I'm going to have to start thinking about Adamant more and see if I can project him in the room with me and have a picture. Let's do a selfie with him. No, but I joke about it. But Brian J. Kano, that fabulous man from New York, when he was over here, he did an experiment where he got a whole group saying one word over and over and over again in your mind. Clear your mind, just say this word over and over and over again. And he put a voice recorder down, recorded for 2 minutes. Then he stopped, played it back, and you heard that word, one word, and it was a nonsense word, so totally random and out there. You heard that word. I counted. It said it very clearly on the replay, and then it
Oh
said
my
it
god.
again and said it again. It said it 10 times, and each time that word got weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, 10 times. And that was the people in the room projecting that word. And that was caught on EVP. Nobody actually said the word. We were just saying
Yeah,
the word. Yeah.
visually. No
And
visually.
so he was proving that maybe the EVPs we were getting was thought transference. There was no proof, but we actually witnessed this thing actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so that opened an Aladdin's box for me and Dan. So if we can do that with our own thoughts, why can't we project spirits?
That's actually, you've got me thinking about that now, because it's like that kind of way. Well, if my mind is capable of that, then why the fuck is the rock not here? Why is the rock not?
Dwayne Johnson, come
I
on
know.
in.
It's like, come in, Jason Momoa, come on in.
Oh, I
You
know.
know, but,
I've met Jason Momoa's love child. He's called Josh Momoa. He's on a Tuesday night on the Dark Mirror show with the boys.
oh, I
You will
love
see him.
Jason. He's so funny.
Right, we've got some things in the chat. Oh God, where did we get it from before? Hang on.
Brian needs
Ooh.
mushrooms. Or
Oh,
will we
Bryony's
buy?
mushrooms. Yeah,
Yep, we've seen this one.
yeah. So Kelly, the brain shut down to protect you when I said roaming parts of it need to. Yeah.
Yeah, it could come for trauma. Before I go on my comment, there's my. What you like, Eric?
Our own
Could
kind of
be.
girls. Yeah. Do you know what? The spider thing, right? I hate spiders. And I used to
I'll be
see
back in a minute, Vicky's.
spiders running across the floor. And there weren't, when I think back, there weren't like normal size spiders. These were big things, but you could hear them tick, 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 running across the floor. When I'd look, they weren't there. You just see them out the corner of your eye. Annoying little things they were. If a ghost starts talking to me to know how I will know if the ghost is real or not. You see, I've had them talk to me. But could it be you that manifests the conversation? That's another thing. I get that, Carl, but again, it's just on your lens. Yeah? Dudley's Land, go there if you want to get all your answers. I don't even know where that is, Kelly. Back to your questions. Answers. Creating more questions. Yes! That's me, Terry. Did you guys see the video of the woman on the plane who swears there's a skinwalker on board? No.
No, Cal, you need to send us it.
Send us the link.
Yeah, so I can watch it. Time's on. So maybe when we step outside of. Maybe that's when we see that.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. That is true, Dan. Stop.
Love you too. Hi, Liz.
Hey, Lou. But then that comes back down to all the parallel universes.
Yeah.
That's deep even for you. What?
Raquel Squelch. Dirty bitch. Go and have a wash, that Raquel squelch. Then she won't squelch anymore.
And maybe one more something this week because it puts up nonsense. You're fine, Eric.
You're fine.
Come to. Oh no, I don't want to go to Australia. Oh no, 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 no. They've got things out there I don't like. Snakes. I've got a massive big phobia. Oh no. Oh, just no.
I don't mind a snake. It's the spiders that I have issues with. But you know, the biggest issue I have is not even the birds eating spiders. It is the oh, Dan would know it. What are those big, like the big massive ones that are the size of dinner plates?
The what? The huntsman
No,
or
it's
the
bigger
tarantula?
it's bigger than a huntsman, and even the hairs off the spiders are venomous and would kill someone. But I
Do
think
you
it's
Black Widow?
no in
Sure.
the Amazonian the people in the Amazon catch them and put them on the fire and actually eat them.
See, be honest, right? I can deal with spiders. Like honestly, I'm okay with spiders, but oh no. And do you know it's so silly having this with these snakes?
Why?
I've got a huge phobia. Years ago, the only thing I can associate it with is that years ago I watched Neighbours, and I'm talking when I was away, and it had a snake attack, and after that, just
It
not.
went in, yeah.
And I've
And
tried, and I've tried, and I've tried getting over my phobia, but I just can't.
it's called the Goliath spider.
The Goliath is a Goliath spider. Stephen was playing along with us by naming the spider. But funny enough,
Those on the toilet. So that's the toilet seat. So it gives you an idea of the size of the fucker. Sorry.
be honest, I would open the door and say, "Yep, you have the toilet. I'll go and pee outside." No, no.
Nah. So if that covers the toilet, it's like fuck that. I'll go and shit in the front garden. I'm not going in the room.
There's a few things, and the dungeon is clear. Tarantulas. Everybody's saying tarantulas. Spiders.
Biggest spider in Australia. Although Carl's put on a YouTube thing. We'll look at that later.
Oh my god, Lois, then I'm going to piss you off because I pick up snakes and shit. Oh no, Eric. No. Lois is fine Lois is fine for a distance. It's actually so bad that my son has a toy, like a toy snake, and I freak out every time it's out. Seriously, I do. It's ridiculous.
Wolf spiders they're talking about. Yeah, I know, Dan, you had spiders, didn't you? Oh.
Spiders are good to eat at a family dinner.
Boom, boom. I sound like
No.
Basil Brush, don't I?
I love Basil Brush.
The thing is, in Australia, they've got some.
I totally agree, Taylor Louise.
But they've got some cool things. They've got fruit bats, those really big bats that are beautiful. I love them.
I could show you a fruit bat. See there, that's a fruit bat. That's as good.
They're like a fruit bat. And they've got some really cool animals out there, like the crocodiles, and the lizards, and they've got some really, really
cool lizards.
Stuff. And they got unusual animals. I know that Australia houses the most venomous snake in the world, which happens to be a sea snake. It's a sea snake. So you're okay.
That's what.
And I know that Australia does not have the biggest spider in the world. That's in the Amazon rainforests. But they have some really cool spiders at the same time, like the huntsman. They won't
Uh-huh.
hurt you. They have the trapdoor spiders. I don't know what they're called. I call it a trapdoor spider. Dan
I
would know more
really,
about that than me.
I really, really would love to hug a koala bear, have a koala bear. I've always been fascinated with koala bears, but I must admit, the ultimate
Haven't
animal.
they got? They've got chlamydia. All these koalas have chlamydia.
What has Dan been doing near the koalas to give them chlamydia?
They've
He's
had
got a
sex
bit.
with koalas and started a chlamydia outbreak.
If it's no sheep shagging, no, it's koala shagging. Oh my lord.
Oh
Um,
dear.
how would you know that?
Ginger.
Well, Bri, wouldn't you like to know? Um,
Oof.
no. Snakes, you need to be careful.
Crates. They're called
But
crates. Crates. See, Dan knows. Dan knows these stuffs.
see, I'd be walking about with
Funnel
stilts.
web. That's the one. Funnel web spiders.
That's why we never always wear a condom.
What's
But
Dan
see, the
say?
thing, koalas ain't bears.
They're marsupials with chlamydia.
They caught off you. So
Don't
do
swim with
something.
dolphins. They do some weird shit on you that I won't do on here. In other words, you get shagged by a dolphin.
Oh,
Claim to fame.
but
I got shagged by a dolphin. Caught chlamydia
do
from
you
a
do you
koala.
do you do you know that'll be the you one out there? Next it'll be caught chlamydia for koalas, and I'm getting raped by a dolphin.
Oh God! They say that.
Oh wow!
Didn't they say that AIDS started through monkeys? That it started from a monkey and it got transferred to humans, and that's how the AIDS virus became rife. So somebody
The
somewhere
world.
must have shagged a monkey.
Listen, it takes all sorts to make this world, my love. So if that's what they're into, each to their own. It's a and a bear. Look it up. I will. Don't Poor- you suck. It's
Just whack it one with me, Willie. I'd be more frightened, to be honest, out of all the animals in Australia and things that could kill you and bite you and everything. The thing that would frighten me the most are the koalas, not the koalas, the kangaroos.
Oh,
I
kangaroos you can box with.
No, but have you seen them attack people? Oh my God! And they're huge fuckers, they are, when they stand up and want
Yeah.
to kill you. Because they
See,
don't just punch
I,
you, they kick you and everything.
yeah, I watched it on Fail Army. Some dumb fuck that was drunk was trying to challenge a kangaroo. And I'd seen nothing like this before. And I was like, really? And then I thought to myself, on yourself. And the kangaroo was never getting up. I actually bounced like he was running and the kangaroo was chasing him.
Yeah, that honestly, they can do so much damage. So that, you know, I'm surprised at the thing. I mean, I've seen them fighting people and people trying to run away from the thing, and this thing just going at hell for leather at it. Um, that is the one thing that would really sort of put the willies up me is if I see too many kangaroos together and they're getting too close and they're getting a bit boisterous. It's like time to go. Time to go. Leave them
You
alone.
know what? I think. elephants are beautiful animals. I really think they're beautiful animals, but I wouldn't like to be on a safari when one takes a mad turn. Is that's trying to ram the vehicle?
Do you know, years and years ago, I'll tell you something about an elephant. I had a kangaroo punch
Well,
me once.
it didn't fucking punch you hard enough. Poor man. I'm saying poor man, but he slags the life out of me when I'm not here, so feel free.
We went to here we go, Goliath bird eating spiders, yeah. So we went to northern part of India, and they do this thing where they do elephant rides, and they have a contraption up on the top of an elephant, so you can get 6 people sitting on the elephant at once, and they take the elephants off out into the jungle to go looking for tigers. So we happen to be there, and we see all these elephants going off and going, Dad, I want to go on one, I want to go on one. He's kept saying, no, it's not safe, we're not going. And I never understood it. Anyway, we sat in this, it's sort of like a cafe, but not. And we were watching these people getting on the elephant, settling themselves down, and they were just literally coming out to go into the forested bit and go off on their hunt for tigers. And we see this tiger come out. It was a Bengali tiger, so it's one of the largest.
Oh, I love
And
them. I love tigers.
it literally climbed up the back of the elephant. It literally jumped on the elephant and climbed up the elephant
Wow.
to get at the people sitting in these things. And my dad's sitting there like it was carnage. Everyone was running around, going crazy, trying to chase after the elephant, beating sticks and making noise and all that sort of thing. And I sat there with my dad, and my dad's going, see? He said, people say that tigers are frightened of elephants. He said, it's a myth. He said, tigers are frightened of no one. He said, and my dad, and I remember my dad never ever swore, ever in his life. But he turned around and he said to me, don't ever fuck with a tiger because you'll lose.
Do you know what? No, the most thing that I find about elephants that are so beautiful, though, is the fact that, yeah, elephants don't forget, but do you know when they lose one of their own, they mourn like humans?
Yeah, they cry. I've seen an elephant crying. It's awful. Awful, awful.
But I'm definitely, I absolutely adore tigers. I really, really adore tigers. And see, anytime I'm at the zoo, that's the only reason, apart from any other animal, that I want to go and see. To funny wee pat them.
I find the elephants are quite amusing. I do like the Indian elephant. I don't trust an African. I'm biased. I find the elephants are amusing. The giraffes, if you get one that come and licks your face, it's fucking brilliant. That leave you all slimy. I mean, lovely. It's brilliant.
Oh, too funny wee pat. You even had the camel kick.
Dan. If I kicked you up the arse, would it send you to hospital?
Please do. I'll try. Oh yeah, and the monkey poked me in the eye.
I bet he's got some really funny tales, Dan has.
Don't use the monkeys, Dan. I love the monkeys. Good band. Now couldn't boot me in the head. It looked like I was wearing it. Oh, that man. But monkeys are tigers are no pricks. You would only say that because I love tigers.
Do you know what, Lois? Tigers are sneaky. Oh, well, I can only speak from what I've seen and what I've been told growing up in India. Tigers are sneaky, and tigers should never be trusted. They're just sneaky bastards.
Do you know? I watched TikTok and I watched all different things on TikTok, and recently I discovered this channel. Wait.
That's
I like
coming
that
back
one.
in fashion. Pull your trousers up, get a bit of camel toe.
Like this woman, she actually owns a tiger and she shows it. Oh, and it's just, oh, it's a beautiful. I'm not saying that to their face, Dan. But animals are beautiful. I just absolutely love animals. And for all that I'm terrified of snakes, I wouldn't want anything to happen to them.
Do you
That's
know what
my
they do? Do you know what they do in India? Right. We used to have. Tell you what, even that part of India I lived in, it was overrun with the king cobra, and they
hmm
say that the king cobra out of all the snakes is the most prettiest and all the rest of one of the most fucking deadliest. But you'd see on the corner of the streets, you see the snake charmers that actually do have the cobra
Yeah,
inside the basket, and they
yeah.
literally flick the lid off and they're playing a tune and the snake comes out and does all of this and his hood is out ready to strike. It's
hmm
dangerous shit. But what they do now is they do this thing to as kids to prove your manhood when you turn 16. They do this thing called kissing the cobra. So what they do is
Oh,
they
yeah.
get the
I've seen
cobra
that.
and they take it out of the basket and they taunt it so it rears up and it's like this and it's doing all of this. It's got its hood out and you have to kiss the cobra's snosh, the end of its nose. It hasn't got, well, you know what I mean, it's schnoz.
I know.
Before it strikes or spits at you. And if you can kiss a cobra on its schnoz, it proves that you're a man.
That's fucking nuts. That is absolute. Do you know some of the things that they do with animals is just absolutely nuts. But then the saddest, do you know the saddest thing I feel really sorry for? And parents should be absolutely hung, drawn, fucking quartered, locked away, is the fact that when they leave their children unintended and they get into animal pits, and the one that I don't think I'll ever forget is Hombre, the one that he was protecting the wee boy, and he got fucking
Oh,
the gorilla got shot, and I just
yeah.
oh, and I'm just like it should be the parents, but then again you've got people who suffer mental health that try to get in with these animals as well. You've got the one that always sticks out to my brain is I'm sure it was a woman, somewhere in the Middle East. Could be wrong. It could have probably been America. But the woman was fascinated with polar bears and so wanted desperately and with the polar bears that she actually managed to break in and get in with a polar bear, and it was dragging her from one end to the next end. They managed to get the woman out. I think she survived, but only just because.
In New Delhi Zoo, they have a lot of people that commit suicide by throwing themselves into the tiger pit.
Oh
And
wow!
these tigers, like most cats, they will taunt and play with the prey before they attack it and kill it and eat it. And this particular man, and you can see it on YouTube, he sits there praying he wants to end his life. Anyway, the tiger eventually gets him, doesn't do much but grab him by the throat and drag him off. And this man is still alive at that stage, and there's nothing that anyone can
Oh,
do. And they have it right in India. They will not shoot the tiger. If somebody throws themselves in with the tiger pit, you take your chance then. Why should they kill the animal? Because the animal's doing what nature does. Um,
that
yeah, but they end up having to go in there and clear things out and but the public are still there watching everything, filming it and all the rest of it. But
I
yeah,
but you think like all the daft people. I mean, I watch YouTube quite a lot, and I watch the most randomest of videos, and I've even seen idiots, actual idiots, watching tsunamis come in and
yeah.
actually
Oh, look
stand
at it
there.
on camera.
Uh-huh. And the water's actually rising to the point where it's actually overflowing, right, coming towards them, and they're still standing there taking pictures, and you're like, what the actual fuck are you doing?
They need a slap in the face, don't they? Move.
Aye, tigers are stunning, Dan. They are beautiful. Yeah, they take the. I've seen that where they've actually did it with the jars and put the snake right up. Oh yeah, I once had a thumb broken by a rock python when it I saw the kiss in the cause. Oh. But different countries have different weird beliefs and different systems.
Yeah. Cobras are seriously not something. Mongoose means good. Do you know that's not true? They do fight to the death, the mongoose and the cobra, and I've been lucky to witness parts of a mongoose and cobra fight that lasted quite a few hours in our front garden. The family came out. We sat on the veranda. We had the servants bring out tea and stuff in the morning. It was early morning when it started, when it kicked off. The mongoose did win. But yeah, it's a stunning thing to watch. Not great, but interesting.
What about people that have had their snakes eat their children because definitely aye, Travis was the chimp's name. It was Travis.
Oh,
I've remember seeing a documentary in that. In fact, another one was a woman who had a python, and the python used to lie flat out, and she used to think it was it being friendly. And I think, quote me not, I think she took it to the vet or something, and just happened to mention what it was doing, and the vet says, "No, that's it sizing up to eat you."
yeah.
But yeah, I did see about that. I seen the picture. It was horrible. Hi, Nicola.
So
Um,
we had one of my dad's friends die of a cobra bite. And it took only 15 minutes from him actually being bitten to death, and he didn't quite make it to hospital. That venom from a king cobra acts so quickly, and if you don't know what you're doing and you haven't got anti venom on hand, it will take a hold pretty quickly. But these things really, he wasn't antagonizing a snake, doing nothing. He just took a wee in the bush,
mm,
disturbed the snake. It bit his leg. He literally just got home, told his wife to take him to hospital on the back of a scooter, and he never made it. He died on the way there. So yeah, these things, they say if you antagonize it, it will strike. But the thing is, these animals now are protecting themselves more and more because they have to from us humans in any way,
mm,
shape, or form. I remember that little boy that had his arm ripped off by a chimpanzee called
mm,
Buster. He put his hand inside the fucking enclosure, didn't listen to anyone. He got inside you have the cage, the gap, no man's land, and
yep,
then you have the bit that you can view from. He got under and put his hand his arm inside the cage. And again, it's down to the parents. And I fully believe that if parents cannot control their children at places like these zoos, the parents should be fined, regardless
yep,
of what
definitely.
damage
Mm-hmm.
it does to the kid. The parents need to be held responsible, and
Oh
they should
God,
be fined.
aye, definitely. Do you know when I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about the time when me and Stephen went to play a place called Blair Drummond. Lewis, that's a myth. Oh, I didn't know that then. We went to Blair Drummond Safari Park. Hey, Mr. Seaton! We went to Blair Drummond Safari Park and I so wanted to see the tigers. So first time we went, not no tigers, I was disappointed. So we went round the park and I said, right, I really want to go back and see the tigers. Steve Allen showed death. Believe it or not, he was killed by the most placid thing in the sea. That's what's ironic. So the
Mm.
next thing you know, we went back, right? We went back and it was getting busy and I thought, oh great, the tigers will be out, right? So Stephen's standing beside me, right? And then this couple walked up beside us and I didn't realise they were listening to me. So the next thing he says, Stephen, what should they love me? Love you millions. Alright, jump in there, run right round and see if you'll bring the tiger out. Unbeknown to me, the couple was standing there pissing themselves laughing at me because I was asking Stephen to jump in and run right round to get the tiger. I mean, fuck you. I was like, well, I get the tiger, but no, I was off. I was really disappointed that the tiger wasn't there because I love seeing them. I love seeing the meerkats as well. I love wee meerkats. See when they stand up there and peek. Wee cute things.
Do you know what I love doing? Up where I live, literally just round the corner, we have a raptor centre. No, they don't keep velociraptors there. It's birds and birds of prey. And somebody must have given their cockatiel or donated their bird. But anyway, they got this cockatiel or cockatoo, whatever you call them, the white one with the plume.
Aye, I know what you.
So they've got it in this cage and it's inside, and they're looking after this bird. But you go into this cockatoo and it talks to you, and it says, "Hello, I love you." That's what this bird's saying. But I put on AC/DC, Highway to Hell, on my phone, and the bird's doing all of this.
That kind of takes me back to Wayne's World when they're doing Bohemian Rhapsody. And like that in here.
It's the most funniest thing, these birds that you play.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi. Everybody all right?
Oh, good.
All good, she said.
Oh, good. That's all right.
Right, you go now.
All right.
I should dismiss.
He's all sweaty. He's just come back off his motorbike.
Aye, because you were showing me his motorbike. It was well cool.
Yeah, he's been out doing it. I don't know what bikers do. Go out to the pub in a great big gang. I don't know. It's not my thing. So, Eric says, my favourite will always be when the mother gorilla saved the child.
Aye, yeah. I can remember that one. That was before Harambe.
There's lots of Dan, love for Dan there in the chat.
I know. I started the box and method that Collister through. Oh! Lois likes to go, oh! There's the walking STI advert.
Yeah, I've heard of that in Thailand, isn't it?
Terrible.
Pictures. I've got a picture on my Facebook. I was going to find it just to piss Lois off, but I've got too many pictures on there. There's of me and Andy with one of the Bengali tigers on a lead.
Oh, yeah. Jammy Bitchies.
Took him for a walk. That was here, where Dan used to work at Paradise.
Ah.
They stopped doing that. They stopped letting you in with the big cats now because of what happened to Dan. They stopped all that.
Aye. I did see that Dan commented earlier on about it. But yeah, but do you know what? I love animals. I do. I'm a sucker for animals more than humans.
See, I like humans, not all humans, but I do like humans. I do like animals, not all animals, because some animals are bastards. Take John, for instance.
John. Poor John.
5 o'clock is in the morning, on your bed trying to wake you up at 5, regardless. Sun's up, now you got to go. And he's in your face dribbling. He's disgusting, that cat is.
I must admit, though, when I came in tonight, my two were so happy to see me. Eris, I thought, was going to knock the head right off my shoulders because she kept nudging me and cuddled into me, and my biggie was getting it big meows. Do you know the funny thing is?
Can you see this?
Oh, there's John. Hi, John. I haven't seen John in a while. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, you are just adorable. You're better looking than Dan.
He knows you're talking about him, look.
Oh, hello, handsome. Yes, but I used to have a phobia of cats. That's what's quite ironic. Are you? because I was attacked at a garden centre once by one, and just absolutely feared cats. Even when my pal got hers, and it used to come under the covers, I used to freak. I used to keep my legs right proper up. But since I've got Icora, totally different.
Yeah. John, will you stop it with your rubbing? Stop
Hiya,
it.
John.
He's just being a git. I'll let him sit there for a bit.
Oh, yeah, how
Whistle on.
it is cruel. Give me a call. There Dan Kelly's looking. I like him, especially with barbecue. Well, you like cocks with barbecue sauce?
Evening,
Hey,
Scott.
Baldy. Everyone's better looking than me. Oh, shut up, Dan.
Yes, he's all right, is Dan. I've seen worse, Dan, honestly.
There was a compliment in there somewhere, but I just don't know where. But the chick. Oh, this is what I've needed. I don't use mine anymore, only to pee.
Stop it, you lot.
That's because you like tea and biscuits now.
Yes.
Oh, but definitely I've had some laughing night. This is what I've needed after the week I've had.
You needed a chill after
Yep.
your week you've had.
Mm-hmm.
You've had
Definitely.
a tough week.
Yep. But yeah, they've set up a group for my friends, so
Yeah.
So it'll be good. Just to read and laugh. It's what's inside that counts, Dan, depending on what goes. There's not much in there except STIs.
He's a fully fledged meat eater. He's just carnivore. He's pure carnivore, is Dan.
Oh, now you're talking tea and biscuits. Wayne is funny. Looks are not everything. I don't judge it. Look, I don't judge in looks. Have you seen the state of this face?
Don't start Dan off, Lois. You know, you're giving him ammunition there.
Oh, that's okay. He'll throw as many insults. He'll get me back for all the cheek tonight.
So what's coming up on your show? You were doing your show tomorrow, Lo?
Tomorrow night, guys, the crime show's not going ahead because on Friday we're having a big birthday bash. Actually, I'm going to create the link after this. For the big birthday bash, it's the first year of Frighteners and the crime show. So we're just going to combine it together. So
Yeah.
what I've just thought is I'm going to make the crime show the first, the same as Frighteners, because having two dates, my head will be...
I think I have the very, very first episode of The Frighteners somewhere recorded.
Oh, wow. It would be nice to see it.
I might play it right after your show.
It would be, because when I think of Frighteners and how far it's came, like, he started off with you, me and Dan, and then gradually where I've got with the boys, I can't be any more fucking prouder than of the show, and
But Lo, you've achieved a lot in the time that you've been with the Spooky Network. I don't know what the name of. My brain's all mush. But you've achieved so much from where you've come from to what you're doing now and what you're going to be doing in the future. Wow, that's all I can say.
It's as I put in my status the other day. If somebody said to me a year and a half ago, right, see if you came to me a year and a half ago and said, Lois, I can see you having two of the shows on 3 networks, I'd have said, Viv, we don't do it pish. But it's like how far I've came with both the shows and what I'm doing, I can feel my confidence. So see now, if the boys had to say, look, Lois, we're all sick. Lois, you have the face of an angel. Oh, thank you. You make me blush now. You're giving me flushes. That's what, unless it, well, that falls into a different category. I get the day next door he cut through his other oh, remember we have to call Scott full challenge, yep. Because you can't call him the ball because it's sexual harassment.
Is it?
Oh, the world's gone crazy, gone fucking nuts. I've been single for 17 years. Oh, Kelly. It's honest, funny and kind. You meet somebody you will love. Oh, he's repeating himself in the mouth of a sailor. And a temporary Italian. Lois has got more shows than the BBC.
Oh.
Fuck you. Leave my personalities out this. Asshole. Kelly, try Grinder. Don't go to Badu, whatever you do. It was the same for me, Kelly. Oh,
Oh.
Grinder. Screwing is much cheaper. I love that one for me. That was funny. I'm saying nothing.
I've been married to Andy. This October will be 29 years.
Holy fuck.
And I've
When
been
I
with
think
him 30.
Jeez. See, I've been with Stephen for 9. Technically, it would actually be 12 if I said yes. But he kept chasing me for 3 years and I kept saying no. And then I would, like, delete my profile, like, so I didn't have to talk to him. And then the third time I just went, oh, what have I got to lose? And then here we're together 9 years in the line.
Oh.
It's no odds.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Andy have been married this year,
Yeah.
21 years. You get much less for murder.
See if I get to that stage and Stephen's still alive, it'll be a fucking miracle.
And they say here in the UK, a life sentence is 30 years inside. I would have done that next year.
Oh, did you know hear about the new law that's coming out now that they're bringing out a new law, and by the looks of it, John Venables will never be getting out.
Good.
That was in the paper the other day.
Good.
He's
Doesn't
absolutely
deserve it.
fighting himself.
And the other one needs to be incarcerated still. I think, is he out? The other one that did it?
Yeah, he's out. He's got a new identity, but he's never ever been in trouble since the whole thing with James Bulger.
Maxine Carr is the other one. She's local to me.
Oh, she out?
She's out and she's got a new identity. Where she is, nobody knows. But trust me, if I ever see that woman, I'd batter her. If I see her in the street and I recognised her, honestly, I would kick her crutch in, and seriously, I wouldn't stop.
See what's quite ironic is, right, they've gave you identities to, like, Maxine Carr, like John Venables, like Robert Thompson, but they refused to give one to her that kidded on her daughter was kidnapped and she was actually underneath the bed or something. What do you call her? Karen Matthews?
Yes, that was all a scam for money, wasn't it?
They obviously had the real assay, but she wanted a whole new identity and they tell her no.
Good.
You just think to yourself, as I said, the one that obviously killed with John Venables, he's never been back and bothered, but he's got a whole new identity, so he could be walking among us for all we know.
Yeah. It's just weird. We live in such a weird society, you know. I always, and I will stand by it, agree with me or disagree with me, you're entitled to your own opinion. But I've always said that we need the death penalty back in the UK. We need it done behind closed doors. You know, just a quick hanging done properly. I I would even go for the job of hangman myself if that is the case. But these people are a strain on our society. Do you know how much money it costs to house these prisoners? These so-called I'm not going to call them celebrity crimes, but these are these horrendous and horrific crimes that do make it to the paper. They're living a life of luxury inside their prison cell. They've got TV, games, Game Boys, whatever you want, they've got it on tap, right? And I don't think that the public should be paying for that. You commit the crime, you get found guilty without a shadow of a doubt. Hang on, get rid of them. Even these terrorists, these they're higher than a Category A prisoner. These terrorists, where they're kept in luxury as well. You come over here, you bomb the innocent people, execute them. I am just sick and tired of the drain on society that we have over here with these murderers, these terrorists. And it's us, the people, that are footing the bill for it. You know, we go out and work, or, you know, those people that can't work and that are benefits, their benefits are being cut because they're paying for these people as well. They just, I just get so mad. But yeah, I'm in favour, and I would like hanging to be brought back to England. And people say, they give the argument, but it's going backwards, that, you know, we shouldn't be taking a life. But I don't know. If it deters any further offences like that from being committed, I think it's a good thing.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. We were actually meant to talk. Oh, I'm terrible with the news, Viv. I'll pick a subject and then I'll forget all about it, right? So Nick suggested the Hill Top Strangler, and I forgot all about it, and I did the conspiracy theories. And then that's what I says to Nick, like, next Thursday, that's what we'll do the Hill Strangler. And he's like, yeah. But yeah, definitely Friday, tune in, guys. First birthday bash. I don't know who's all going to be there. I think definitely it will be the boys. It'll definitely be there. Yourself. I might even invite that Daniel.
Really?
Well, Mark can't. Wayne, I'm not sure. I'll need to message Wayne again. But I'll send everybody the link in the chat. Just come on and feel free.
Is it going to be carnage? Is it going to be carnage, Lo?
If it's anything like last Friday's show, anything's possible. It was a great. Oh man, I don't even know what was wrong with us last Friday. We're all at it.
It was English's fault.
Yep, we blame English. Do you know, I keep forgetting that I call him that. I'm just like, English. I don't even call him Ian anymore.
I don't call him Ian anymore. I call him English as well.
English Pharaoh.
Ian the English Pharaoh.
That's it. It's just stuck with me. That's what I've called him now. English. He's not even Ian. If we can humanly put down animals by injection, then definitely. You want to go forwards and them into space. They wouldn't last in space. Don't know what you're on about.
Oh, bless him, Bri. We love Bri.
Okay, got to go take it.
Bye, Kelly.
See you later, Kelly. Thank you.
I'm going backwards with the comments.
I have had a word with. Yes. I'll be on my best behaviour. I promise I'll behave. You have to stop now. Come in. Definitely win without a doubt. Oh.
Just give her a posthumous pardon.
Definitely.
Because there's no smoke without fire, honestly.
Deserves to be hung. Definitely. Wayne Custins comes to mind.
Yeah. That's true.
Uh-huh.
At the minute. Now, if I was your Prime Minister, I'd bring back the death penalty.
If I was the Prime Minister, I'd be rising taxes towards Dan Winter for all the missed taxes.
Everyone's tax will go down apart from Dan Winters.
No, his will go up for being a cunt.
All the cunts have to pay more tax. There'll be
In
a lot
that
of
case,
people paying tax.
oh, you're fucking right.
I will say that one.
Oh, only if she was not dead. Doing and moving was because of the French not doing their job.
All the French are out burning at the moment. France is on fire.
Oh God, yeah, I heard all about it. The world's gone crazy, and no tax. You're definitely right. No tax in the Iron Brew. She's putting me to shame. She's drinking Prime. But no, guys, please tune in on Friday night. It'll be carnage, and it'll just be the usual. It will be good because it is. I mean, the first birthday. Here's to many more.
Oh yes, there'll be many, many more.
Oh God,
many more. I can remember when the network first started, and the very first person on interview on the very, very first show was John Blackburn. What a fantastic man John Blackburn is. I have a lot of time for that man. He's a great medium, a great investigator, a great entertainer. He runs an events company, and he's also an innovator within the paranormal, coming up with many theories and contraptions and all sorts of things. So for you, for your frighteners, thinking back to your very, very first show, you must have some fond memories of that as well. Can you remember it at all?
I can remember it vaguely because I've done that many shows, but I was thinking to myself, will this actually work? And thinking, how will people go with it? And I think when we had the most roughest time we ever had in Frighteners, do you know, it showed me how much support we've actually got in Frighteners.
Yeah.
And seeing, my vision for Frighteners is exactly the way that I imagined it to be. I laid back Friday night. Now, everybody who watches might have people, right? And we might be the only people that they see at night, right? So we want to make it fun. We want to show how laid back we are, and go down any rabbit holes. And the most thing that I'm confident about is if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know it. When Brian Ian sat and talked about frequency, that was over my head, but I was honest and I said, you know what? I don't know. And I don't know much about this.
Yeah.
But I'll let the boys ramble and I'll learn it. And I'm honest that way because I'm not going to sit and do a show and try and bullshit it. And
but you've got a good mix of co-hosts though, because
oh God, I'm lucky that way.
You all knit together really, really good, and you can have the silly nights, but you can also have the serious nights as well, and the thing gels together really well, and it works.
And it does. I mean, when we did our very first, when we did the autism awareness, it was good having Nick in the chat because it was you reflecting on his autism and learning more, and we were serious that night, even though we had a bit of banter. And that's the thing that I'm the most proud about Frighteners. Yes, we can have banter, but yes, we can be serious, and yes, we do want to talk about the subjects that we put English pen. Fuck you, you English cunt. And do you know what? We can have that banter as well. I didn't rip English, even though he's not English, right? I need to bullshit, but every time Lucy's got it. I can behave, I can be serious, but I have too much nonsense in the head, and then me and the boys just start and rattle it. Exactly, Terry.
Exactly. That's some wise words there, Terry, for everyone, not just Lo, but everyone.
And that's the thing. When I did have that massive blowout, it was like when I went off and I thought to myself, Lois, what the fuck have you done? And then I sat and I reflected on it, and I was like, that everybody was dead supportive. Oh, did you put the tart in No, you did. You big tart.
And this is what we do. We all love each other, all of us, across all the shows, all the show hosts. We're really, really lucky on this network. We all get on like a house on fire, all of us.
Oh, God, aye. And I would say...
We even nick each other's co-hosts if we need another co-host if one can't make. Well, we're like that. We're all good friends together, and we will rip each other as well at the same time.
And do you know what? The icing on our cake was taken on Wayne, but see that fucking Mark? He's not even here to defend himself. But do you know what? They two are the icing on the cake, because it is, we banter among us all, and that's what I like about the group chat, is the fact, see if you're having a shit day, just look at the group chat.
Yeah.
You could be putting some clothing. Exactly, Wayne. Definitely. Hey, Eileen or Nicola. I don't know what one it is, but hiya. But that's what makes Simply Spooky Network. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And you got William as well in Oregon.
Yep.
We got the boys.
He's a wee quiet soul, so he is.
So you got the boys in Colchester. You got the Central Park covered with me and Dan. We have Chicago joining us, and Scotland and English down right the way down south. And
Yorkshire.
Yeah,
and then you've got Grizzly.
Exactly. Where's Grizzly from?
Kentucky.
Oh, is he? Ooh.
He's fitted. Doesn't understand the fucking word I'm saying. He'll keep saying amen, amen, amen. And I was like, because do you remember that night it was Simply Spooky's birthday, and I did a live beforehand, and they said they turned around and they said, talking about Reese's nigger, and he thought I was asking him to get naked, and he was going to mute me. And then he's like, I don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, Reese's neck off. He says, you want to get naked? I was like, no.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, he's just, he's something else. And then you've got Rosie as well. So
yeah, Rosie, yeah.
Oh, it's Eileen. Hi, Eileen.
What part of the world is Rosie in? Is she?
Oh, Christ, I keep forgetting where Rosie's fed. It's gone. It's gone. I'd want to see Dan in that kilt.
Rita, what on earth? Honestly?
You would see the whole of the moon. Would be fun.
Yes, right.
It would be. That would be my dream come true. Give you a cuddle. Hey, you. I'll just say hi, Wayne, too, right? We'll just go hi, Wayne.
It would, that no is seeing Dan in a kilt. No. I will not.
Listen, see what you see in the background with the hole in the moon? That is Dan. That is Dan with a kilt. Honestly.
It's just the thought of, oh, no. I've seen Dan in shorts. Dan wears shorts. It's fine. Not in a kilt, no.
Do you know what? He could dye. Well, I was going to say dye his hair ginger. He doesn't even have hair. Some legs just don't. You're right, Eileen. Some legs just don't blow.
They're just full of tattoos.
That one that but no. I could imagine the Mirror Boys being in Cal's part.
They are crazy in real life as they are on air. Trust me.
Yep. I can imagine. I'm putting my seatbelt on for this one.
Put them both together. One at a time, they're crazy enough as it is. Put them both together is explosive, honestly.
It's like dynamite.
Yeah.
But I would really love it. Would be good team bonding.
Yeah. We'll have to sort something out at some point. We'll get Nick over here. We'll get hold of Bri, get English. We'll all get together. Try and get Rosie over as well, and we'll all have a crazy time somewhere.
Oh God, what a night!
It is doable, and I must mention this because we haven't set a date yet, but we're going to. Lois and I are going to do a Saturday special. We're going to talk to William, and on one of the weeks that he's not broadcasting, we're going to get our favourite medium and friend and healer. I've got to mention this. We're going to get
Oh
Ad
my
from
God,
Marley.
yes.
Oh, we love that man so much.
Oh, do you know one of my fondest memories? I think if somebody had to say which your fondest memories, Simple Spooky, one of them would be the show that we done for nearly 2 hours. We had, honest to God, that man is just, I think the world of him. Honestly, I love him.
Because we had all that time with him off air, didn't we? And he did the readings for you. He did the readings for me. The man's spot on. He's a great, great healer as well.
And it was when he turned around and he says to me, I'm into men.
She loves him, but he says, oh, you're the wrong sex, darling.
I could have said, well, that's his voodoo. I'll just go the other way with the operation.
Do you know what? We have to bring him over to the UK. We have to get him over here, Lois.
He is. He's just on. And what's so nice about him is you could just tell his aura. He's dead nice and he's dead gentle, and you're just like, oh my God, I could listen to him. I'm like, even though you can't understand me, Mark Dudley in a kilt.
Do you know, my kids, my middle son saw Mark Dudley for the first time, and all night he kept calling him Baby Andy. I reckon he looks like my other half, and I don't think he does at all. Honestly.
Only wore a kilt once, too many people faint. That's alright, I've seen the pictures, Wayne. Yeah,
he's talking about Ad.
Ad's amazing. He is. I've got 2
Terry's
tartans.
got a tartan kilt.
He's got 2 talons, 2 willies.
Yeah.
You know the way it is. Oh, we love you, Eric.
Eric, just never put a kilt on, honestly. Oh my God, mention the man, and there he is.
Oh, talk about shit that hits you right in the coop. But everybody tells Lois the wrong set. Well, with a face like this, I would run a mile and off.
We do love the Eric. We do love the Eric.
We do. Good evening, Mr. Manley. Wayne, stick with she right.
The dynamic duo.
But guys, I've had a laugh. This is what I've needed, so I'm feeling good.
Get yourself prepared for Friday.
Yep. I'm getting dressed up on Friday.
Oh yeah, fancy dress.
Aye, Victoria's Secret.
Ooh. I heard a rumour that the Victoria's Secret shops in England are being closed down, so Victoria's Secret is no more.
Oh, Ann Summers, whatever, you know. Oh, wow. I know.
Eric will be there on Friday.
Yeah, definitely. You can hear. Aye, Dave Rose the stripper. So, oh, Eric.
Yeah, but they wear pants under there, don't they? All the kilts that
No,
I've lifted up, they've all had pants on.
not a true Scotsman. In fact, Chinese one.
Bridget
Aye,
Jones
Miller
pants. Will he have the zip or will he have just a tube?
Oh, wow. Mr. Manley.
And will it be a shiny leather one or will it be a matte black one? Oh, God, don't start on those in the fridge again. No, please don't. Let's not go there.
It's like,
Oh, God. But yeah, no, we'll do a special with Ad. The girls will bring that because we want Ad to ourselves, don't we? So.
oh, God, aye. A three-way we had, aye. Previously. You'd sweat like hell with studs. This is why I love it. Exactly.
On the inside, oh my God.
Dirty bitch.
This is what you're going to be wearing, apparently, Eric.
Aye, they're discussing what Friday's outfit is. The studs around it. Oh my lord.
Oh God. Now you've
But,
got this
oh
picture
no.
in my head. Oh God.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Oh,
shall we wrap this one up, Blow?
Yep, we will.
The kids are getting naughty in the chat again.
I'll skip their arse. Oh my god.
Oh God.
Some of the images I'm getting put into my head. Oh my lord.
What are they doing? Oh God.
I'm off for therapy.
I think I need to lay down in a darkened room now.
Yep, me too.
Oh no, Mark's terrible.
It's that bloody Mark Manley. I'll just have to deal with him.
Between Mark Manley and Dan, the two of them.
Oh. Night, honey.
Good luck, Wayne.
Good luck, honey. Thinking of you.
So,
but, yeah.
We'll be back on Friday. So
yep.
We're having a night off to get ready tomorrow. Friday night. What time does it kick off, Lo?
8 o'clock. Just usual brightness time. I'll obviously put the link in the chat, but so yeah, I'll look a wee bit better and I'll be dressed up, so just to show that I can.
Cool. Oh, hang on.
How many questions do you get?
Oh, we'll just let them. Nice,
Sarah.
Me as well. Me as well, Terry. I'm with you on this one.
Oh, goodness. Smashing.
That's a monitor.
My love, I'll be thinking of you.
Yeah. Dan McDangle. What? Oh, God.
Night, Dan.
Right, we are making a move now, guys. So Friday night, catch Lois and the gang for a night of
Yep.
madness and mayhem. Last words to you, Lo.